Hi everyone, I am Vanessa. I am one of the 4 grief coaches here at the Pet Loss Support Team. And today I wanted to talk about a very common yet difficult emotion that can come up while we're still taking care of our fur babies, and that is guilt. A lot of families tell us they feel guilty, but they don't quite understand why. They say things like, I feel guilty for looking ahead, I feel guilty for researching for euthanasia, I feel guilty for feeling so exhausted, or even wishing this part would be over. And normally what is happening underneath the guilt is what we call anticipatory grief, which is the grief we experience when our loved ones are still here. Anticipatory grief doesn't always look like crying or sadness or dreading what's to come. It in fact looks like guilt a lot of the times. It can be guilt around decision making, guilt around timing, and guilt again over thoughts that we wish we were not having. The reality is that it is easier for us to feel guilty than to feel helpless, than to feel fear, than to feel sorrow. So our minds hold on to the guilt as a way to cope with what is happening, okay? You might feel guilty for thinking about the future while your baby is still here. You might feel guilty for wanting a break. You might feel guilty for experiencing relief when moments are a little bit more calm. Okay, none of these things indicate that you love your baby any less. In fact, the guilt shows up because the love and responsibility are so great. Okay, so instead of judging the guilt, it might be helpful to meet it with a lot of curiosity. Gently ask yourself, what is this guilt trying to protect me from? A lot of the times we realize that the guilt is there because it is trying to protect us from feeling fear, grief, and the very real pain of knowing that we cannot control everything that is happening and we cannot control the outcome. Okay, you're living in an incredibly complex emotional space, one that is asking you to love very deeply while also knowing that changes and loss are coming. Anticipatory grief asks a lot of us. It is asking us to wait, it is asking us to decide, to love, to care, all at the same time. And that is something that as humans will never be able to do perfectly. So next time grief and guilt show up, try to meet them and offer them the same compassion you would offer someone you love. Okay, you're dealing with an impossible situation with a very human heart. And if you need more help processing and understanding your guilt, finding ways to cope with the guilt, please don't ever hesitate to reach out to our team and we'll make sure to offer you the support that you need.